A judge recently told a 21-year-old man convicted of vandalism to go get a real job so he could pay back his restitution faster. Judge Todd Baugh recently sentenced Brandon Terrell to 10 years in custody of the Department of Corrections, and with 5 years suspended, of course, and ordered him to pay $13,000 in restitution for his victims. Now, what did Terrell do? Well, Terrell and a friend named Caleb Powers went on a window shooting spree with a stolen BB gun while drunk driving. So this guy's not exactly an example of good decision making. Now, during the hearing, Terrell apologized for his vandalism spree, and when the judge asked him about how he's going to pay back his victims, he responded that he had a job working at Burger King. All right, so he's got a job. He's working to, pay back his debt to society, right? Well, the judge then asked him, why can't you get a real job? Now, Terrell was making about $9.50 an hour. That's actually over $2 more than the federal minimum wage. And Montana, where this happened, has a state minimum wage of $7.90. So, $9.50 compared to the minimum wage, that's not bad. Anyway, Judge Baugh then told him to go get a real job so that he can pay off his restitution faster. Now, the reason that I actually want to cover this story is not because I feel bad for this guy, but really it's because of the perception of people who work in fast food or work for minimum wage in general. This man is a judge, and to Terrell's credit, he's working and trying to pay off his debt to society. And what the fuck is Judge Baugh doing? Essentially shitting on him because he makes $9.50 an hour. Now, it's also important to mention that Judge Baugh is kind of a dick. He's not a nice guy. He's facing suspension and censure for saying that a 14-year-old rape victim appeared older than her chronological age and therefore was asking to be raped by her teacher. But back to my overall point. At what point is a job a real job? Now, I thought fast food was a job. Conservatives everywhere tell you to work at McDonald's. And I mean, hey, you're trading your labor for money, right? That's a job. Now, apparently not to Judge Baugh. And people like Judge Baugh are the same kind of people that threw apps from McDonald's on Occupy protesters and told them to get a job. Well, what is it? Is a minimum wage job a job or isn't it? What about other minimum wage jobs other than McDonald's or Burger King? What about Walmart? Are those real jobs? I thought work was work. I thought the dignity of work was important to you. I don't know. To me, work is work. And look, low-paying service jobs are pretty much all we have left today. We hardly make anything here in America anymore. All of our shit pretty much comes from China. All of our jobs are in India. What the fuck is left? My personal opinion about this guy is that this judge is a dick. And he's so completely disconnected from regular people. Look, and I'm not sitting here defending Terrell either. But hey, at least he's trying to make things right. While your ass is sitting there fighting censure for you telling a 14-year-old that she had it coming. Fuck this guy. I sincerely hope he gets fired from being a judge and has to work at his ass at Burger King. Maybe then he'll actually find out what a real job is. Sean.
Yeah, this judge is obviously a bad guy. His past statements on that 14-year-old girl, he said that she was emotionally older than her chronologic age or something awful like that. And he thought that meant it's okay to take advantage of her and have sex with her. So, weird, bad guy, obviously. In this case, I could understand him being a little frustrated, right? Because basically, the reason why he's mad at this kid is not because he cares about vandalism or anything like that. It's that he has to report to court over and over again. And the longer it takes him to report to court, the longer the judge has to do his job. And, when you have a real job as a prestigious judge, you don't want to do it that often. So he's being a bitter man, and like the kid is an ass, like drunk driving, BB gun shooting people's
Oh, of
windows.
course.
But
Of course.
like he's got to pay it back,
Of
or
course.
he's
And
ordered to
he's
pay it
working
back,
on it.
and he's doing it. He's doing it as fast as he possibly can with his job. He's obviously a decent employee at Burger King if he's making like that kind of wage, which most of them make around 8 on average, right? And you start at the minimum wage, so like he's gonna do his best. Like you could like there's nothing really you could do. It's not like there's a set time limit for him to pay back this 13 grand.
Right. Right.
But like the judge is an ass, and he's like it would take me probably a month and a half to pull together my investments and pay $13,000 if my kid did something. What's wrong with you? It's like why don't you make real money? Why doesn't that guy just become a judge tomorrow? The
Right.
defendant.
And here's the thing about that, right? I love that mindset of like, what do you mean? I can do it, so can you. Yeah, you know how hard it is to get an actual job when you have a criminal record? It's almost, I'm surprised at Burger King, and maybe he was working at Burger King before that happened, so who knows, right?
Well,
But it's almost
felony?
impossible for somebody who's been convicted of a felony and misdemeanors in order to get a job.
By the way, what the hell is felony vandalism? Like, I know what it is. It's when you destroy more than $1,000 worth of stuff. But it's a felony to shoot at windows with the BB gun? Like, I get that could put somebody in danger, potentially. I kind of get why that is, but, like...
Our justice system is based on how much monetary damage there is. Not exactly what you do, but how much monetary damage that you cause. So over a certain amount, it's considered a felony. Like, oh, you really broke a lot of expensive stuff, so we're going to give you a felony for it. Well, that doesn't make sense to me either.
Well, that's why my my lawyer professor always told me to always steal $999 worth of stuff, because then it's petty theft and not grand larceny. But yeah, look, it's a case of like a guy who made a dumb mistake. Like he's a dumb, like I'm gonna say that this guy, the 21-year-old, he's a dumb kid, right? Yeah. Like he did something incredibly stupid. He put people in danger. The drunk driving probably.
Right. Definitely.
So he put a lot of people in danger, and he destroyed property. And the property owners, like, I feel bad for them because it's kind of the judge is kind of right that if he takes forever to pay them back, then they're not going to get, because of inflation, what they actually put in, like what was actually damaged. But the judge is such a prick, and he's proven to be a prick on so many issues. Like, and it just seems like.
It's less about the particular situation. I think when you step back and look at the overall picture and look at the overall mindset of people like this judge, that's really the problem. Like, oh, you don't make money, you're not worth shit. Go get a real job.
And the judge is he's such a. It's not even like hey, these guys are waiting for you to pay them back. Like, get to work. It's not even like. I feel for the victims. I don't think your job is worth anything. I don't think your life is worth anything. Like, hurry up.
I don't think what you do is actually considered work.
Right.
Which is amazing to me because it's actually, he works harder than the judge. Like, people at fast food, like, you don't realize how hard these people actually work. And that's what people with these cushy jobs, like, yeah, it took a lot of work, a lot of study to get through law school, and a lot of cost. I don't discount any of that, but still, it's like it's hard work, but it's a different kind of work. And it's because the guys that are working at Burger King and McDonald's are slaving away, man. They're breaking their back. They're over the hot grill every day, and dealing with shitty customers. Like, there's probably this judge. This judge seems like he's probably going to be a super shitty customer. Like, so, if you're working at that McDonald's, you don't want to run afoul of him. You know what I mean?
I just want to say, the judge, if you're going to insult a bunch of fast food workers, when you go to the drive-thru, don't expect to have it your way.
I think that's really sort of the best lesson you can take from this.